Fantastic. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Mission Control of Rocket Ship 7.
Oh, no, you're dating yourself.
And with my
Dave Thomas had brown hair.
Yeah, well, but I have a trusty companion who used to be called Kendra Gaynor, and now we can call her Promo the Robot.
Oh, don't do that.
Don't do that. You're in trouble already.
When
Yeah.
Rocket Ship
You're gonna
7
pay
was
for that.
on, Mark used
Channel
to have
7.
brown hair then too.
Yeah.
Hey, what's Dave Thomas's real name?
I
No
don't know.
clue.
Tom Joles.
Dave Roberts.
Ah,
Wow.
Dave Thomas, wasn't he one of the McKenzie brothers?
Well, then,
No, that was Bob and Doug.
then there was
Well, he was Dave Thomas.
Yeah, that was the actor.
Tom Joles, who was also, he was a weatherman,
Yep.
but he also did an afternoon show for kids too.
Commander,
Commander
Tom.
Tom.
Commander Tom, yep. All right, well, with all that being said, let's start, and I will share my screen, and we will move. Welcome everybody to the May 2021 Leadership Summit. And just so you all know, this is the last Leadership Summit of this year. When we start up again, it will be the 2021-2022 school year. So whether we do that in July or August, that's yet to be determined, but there is no meeting next month. We are yielding our time, and Mr. Malik will talk about what's happening the week after when we usually do it in June. So with that, there's the agenda. The agenda was posted before, and let's start off right now with the Pledge of Allegiance. Those in uniform, Scout salute. Everyone else, hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag
The
of
flag
the United States of
United States
America
of America,
and to the republic for
republic
which it stands, one nation,
nation,
under God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
liberty and justice for
justice for all.
all. Two. Thank you, everyone. And now for our opening prayer.
Okay, thank you, Mark. Let us pray. Almighty God, we raise our minds and hearts to you at the beginning of our meeting. We ask your blessing on all we shall do and say. May the actions we take be for the honor and glory of God and the good progress of our council. Amen.
Thank you, Jim.
You're welcome.
And next, from our key one this week, because the other key twos are away, and I turn it over to Mr. Malik.
Okay, well, thank you, Mark. And that Mr. Malik stuff is really not setting too well. I do want you to know that I was on the phone with Bill Matar, who is a friend and a neighbor for many, many years, and we've gone on many camping trips together. And we were on the phone a couple of weeks ago, and he says, well, what do I call you? And I said, Bill, you can call me Mr. President.
Okay, we'll change it. We'll change it next time. So, Mr. President, please take it away.
All right. I want to say a world of thanks to everyone who's helped to keep our programs alive and well during the challenges of this pandemic. And thank you even more for what you're doing and will be doing to get scouting back to normal. We're pleased to see many of our scouts and units back up and running. The pictures on social media, the sounds of scouts at camp, and the great service projects in our communities are a testament to the endurance and vitality of scouting in Western New York. A prime example of this was the great turnout of over 200 scouts and scouters we had this past weekend at Camp Shokoff for the SSR shootout event and the OA Brotherhood conversion. We look forward to many more events like this as we all get back to putting the outing back in scouting. And so as we continue to move forward and shine the light of scouting with families throughout Western New York, we will be hosting our second monthly spring recruiting events in each district. And they'll be hosting these events this Saturday with an ice cream social. Please encourage the families of Scout age youth in your neighborhoods to come out and join us. Now, I want you to know Onondaga is running theirs at Harlem Road Community Center, which is in my neighborhood, and I'm really looking forward to an ice cream, so I'll be there. And in addition, I want to thank Darlene Sprague and her committee for helping to put all of that together. So while we wait for guidance from the state of New York, from the state of New York on the rules for camps to operate this summer, we remain committed to making sure that our scouts have a great experience, the greatest one possible. A special thanks to Josh Stelrack, Stacy Ramos, Chris Matheson, and our entire summer camp team for having been working so hard and developing an extraordinary program this summer. Rest assured, we'll be ready once the state gives us the go-ahead. Our summer sessions are filling up fast. Please contact the council office and to get signed up immediately. So we're expecting to hear from the state of New York on camp operations and their guidelines by the end of this month, the first week of June, the very, very latest. So speaking of preparing for a great summer, our Scout executive, Gary, and our chair of outdoor adventures, Dave Bliss, are in the Adirondacks, as Mark had mentioned earlier, finalizing the details for an incredible birch bark program this summer. While we can't operate in Canada this year because the border, as you know, is closed, Andy, I expect you to do something about that. We will be providing
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Okay. While we can't operate in Canada, we'll be providing a world-class adventure experience for our scouts based in Massaweepie Scout Reservation up in the Adirondacks. There are a few remaining slots still available. They're going fast, so sign up soon. In our ongoing efforts to help our units prepare for another great scouting year, we're going to be holding a council-wide membership, popcorn, and program launch on June 16th. So I know, Mark, we have a save the date card we can flash up. We finally secured a great and safe location that's convenient for all of us. Okay, hold on, guys. That's very convenient for all of us. And additional details will be coming out very, very shortly. So mark your calendars. This is going to be a great event. We're finally going to get all of us together, and it's going to be safe, and there's going to be lots of room and lots of information passed on. So finally, we're thrilled to announce that we will be returning to the beach on August 12th for our annual Lobster Fest. This year's event is going to be chaired by Kevin Cross. Kevin comes to us from 261, and he's also the executive vice president of council, my number 2. And it's an event you just don't want to miss. It's going to be great. We're really working hard. We had a first couple of meetings organizing that already, and I think we're hit the ground running. So with that, Mark, that's everything I have. Again, I want to emphasize and that you all are very, very much appreciated. And I want to thank you for everything that you're doing for the youth in Western New York. And thanks, guys and gals.
Thank you, Mr. President. Okay, with that, moving right along to Mr. Goodhart. We have our Scout highlights, and let me bring that up. Unit highlights. Here we are, share screen. Unit highlights.
Great. Thank you, Mark. Unit highlights. So let's take a look at all the wonderful things that our units, our packs and troops have been doing. And so Pack 120 out of Red Jacket participated in Trash Day. So great job, guys, on all your good work on that. And here we have out of Onondaga District, Troop 500. In April, Troop 500 held an Eagle Court of Honor. So congratulations. Post 638 out of Polaris District. It's our Explorer post, police post in Buffalo. They welcomed a special agent in charge of Homeland Security to their meeting. Special Agent Kelly from Homeland Security. So that was a great event. We want to welcome Troop for Girls 716 to Onondaga District and to the council. Girls Troop 716 has been formed and will be chartered by Blessed Mother of Teresa of Calcutta Church in Depew. This troop will be serving girls from packs in Cheektowaga, Depew, Lancaster, and Alden. So congratulations. Is that the last slide, Mark, I believe? Oh, one more. Oh, sorry. Okay, Troop for Girls 824 out of Polaris District participated in Beaver Day at Camp Stonehaven.
That's a bad one to miss.
Sorry about that. Okay. And then, like Steve mentioned earlier, our great event, our shootout at SSSR. So over 200 people that came out. So it was a wonderful day. Again, if you have any highlights, anything that you have going on, please make sure to send your pictures to Brandon Blatz. And we would love to highlight all the wonderful things our units are doing. So thank you, and thank you for all that you guys are doing out there. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Otto, for all those wonderful positive things.
Hey,
And
Mark, it's Star. Can I just put in a little plug here? I'd like to, if I'm not already a friend on your troop or pack Facebook page, would you please invite me, because I like to share those pictures. We're going to start doing something with membership and putting those out more widespread than just my friends. I'm going to work with the district chairs. And so I'd like to have lots of opportunities of scouts doing things. So if you post on your page, I kind of steal it, and but you got to invite me to be your friend. Thank you.
thank you, Darlene. And next, we have our reports from our committees and council activities, starting with Chris about camps. Now, don't confuse this with the breakout session, which I'm thinking is not going to be a breakout session because Dave Wind, as you just heard, who is going to do the other one, is in the Adirondacks. So it's going to be.
No, he's here. Dave Bliss is in the Adirondacks.
Oh, Dave Bliss. I'm
Dave
sorry.
Bliss, yeah.
So Dave Wind will be doing his breakout. So forget I said that. So with that, Chris, can you report on camps, please?
Sure, thank you, Mark. Yeah, just to give you a kind of, I'll be going into the breakout, but with what's going on at camp, we had a really successful Beaver Day last weekend. Thank you everyone that came out. We got a lot of projects done, BMX trail. We did some work in the kitchen. And we had, we had about 35 people out there. And we also got some other foundations laid down for staff tents, stuff like that. And Jim Pritchard came out and he's continued doing some wiring for us at camp, which has been great. So we had kind of a few different areas where we were running, and Beaver Day worked out great. We had an excellent steak lunch, thanks to Digger for cooking that. Andrew and Dean Fisher were out today at camp. They were doing a deep clean on the kitchen and kind of unwrapping things and running the dishwasher. And I'm going to be posting a picture later of that. It looks pretty darn good there in the kitchen. It's ready to roll. So that's good news also for family camp. Some other things we got, we got some other projects in the mix. Digger and Jake are planning, along with the council advisement, the new ranges that will be going in. I know there's some pieces ordered for the structures and stuff like that, and some plans and details are happening. Dave Nadell, many of you know David from up in Tonawanda. Dave is our aquatics director. He just finished National Camp School for Aquatics at Webster. It was a heck of a feat to be in the Northeast doing aquatics right now with the cold. So Dave got caught up on that. So right now it's crunch time, and we're going to have a lot more opportunities for our staff that is now, like this week, finishing up semesters and things like that. And we're going to be really rolling on detailing program, and more to come tonight on some of that stuff.
Thank you very much, Chris. And we move on to Star Wars Day with Kendra.
Star Wars Day is coming up. It will be held at Camp Stonehaven this Saturday, beginning at 9 in the morning. Should go until about 2:30 in the afternoon. And we have a day full of exciting Star Wars activities and Jedi training activities for the Scouts to participate in. The actual sign-up date deadline was today, but Brandon informed me if there's anybody else that would like to register, they can give them a call tomorrow morning, and we can probably squeeze a few more people in. But it's looking like it's going to be a fun day, and I know the kids are really excited about the theme for this one.
Thank you, Kendra. And is Brandon on?
Yeah, of course I'm on. Why
There
wouldn't
you
I be?
are. Could you please talk a little bit about the ice cream social portion of Star Wars Day?
So as Steve mentioned earlier, there's 3 recruitment events going on this week. And from 11 to noon at Camp Stonehaven, the Polaris District is hosting our ice cream social at camp. So come check out camp and enjoy some ice cream and join scouting.
Thank you. And Mr. Loeb, Mr. Andy Loeb, are you on?
Yes, yes, I am. I'm on the phone, so you can hear me, but you can't see me. And just in response to Steve Mollick's comment, yeah, I'm working on getting my passport renewed so I can go across the border anytime I like. Sorry, guys. But be that as it may, yeah, I want to talk just a little bit about Scout Family Camp. This actually is the first overnight camping event since the COVID-19 from last year. So we're pretty excited about that. We've got registration open, and every day there's more and more youth and their families signing up. We've got our activities pretty much lined up. We're working on the schedule of activities of how we're going to have the scouts move throughout the day. The menu's been set. So we're just in the final throes of getting the details down, and we'll be ready to go. Of course, it's going to be a safe event with regard to the necessary COVID protocol screening and group sizes and that. The overnight camp is going to be set up in a safe way. So I just want to let everyone know that that event is going, it's on. So go to the westernnewyorkscouting.org, click on the calendar, and you can register right now for Scout Family Camp. June 12th and 13th at Scout Haven.
And there's a question on the chat box. They're asking for family camp. It was not clear from the mailer that Boy Scouts need to have their own tent and not sleep in the tent with their family. Is that regulation still in effect?
Yep. Right, so a Scouts BSA age youth cannot sleep with their parents. So they need to have their own tent.
Has that been made clear in the invites to the event?
We'll have to take a look at that and see if we need to make it more clear than what it is. I'll check on that.
So Andy, if the family is coming, they need to bring a tent for the family, and then the scout needs to bring a tent?
Well, if it's a cub age, a cub age scout can sleep with a parent. A scout age youth cannot sleep with a parent. At the scout age level, they could only be, within 2 years for 2 scouts. So a scout that's 11 years old cannot sleep with a scout that's 15 years old. So all of those age requirements with regard to scouting is in effect. The parent and the cub age, that's fine. The 2 parents, that's fine. But the scout age can't sleep with their parent.
And the 2 scouts that can sleep together, if they're within 2 years of each other, must also be siblings.
Yeah.
Okay,
But again, if that's not as clear as it could be or should be, we'll make sure that gets cleared on the website. And we're going to be doing emails to those that have already registered, where we'll update that information to them as well. And of course, as the COVID protocols change, we may need to change our organization for the weekend too. So we're prepared for all of that flexibility that we need to be.
fantastic. Thank you very much, Andy.
Okay.
With that, I'm going to call on Jim. As soon as I pull up that PowerPoint. There
Yeah,
we
while Mark's pulling up the PowerPoint, I'll just remind you that, again, one of the primary purposes of the religious committees is to help units with promoting religious emblems. So, our contact information is on the website, as well as, Mark is kind enough to attach the materials, on the website, from these meetings, and our contact information is there. So if anybody has a question, please reach out to us. So, but if you can just move to the next slide, Mark, appreciate it. As mentioned previously, the religious committees are working with the summer camp committees, specifically Ron Krozak. We had a good meeting with him last week about the interfaith services at summer camp. It's planned to have one at each session, and tentatively the thought is to have it on one of the siestas during the course of the week, which is they're scheduled for 1 o'clock. So that's a tentative plan. We've got another meeting at the end of May, and hopefully by then, as Steve mentioned, we'll have better clarification as to the who, what, when, where, and how in terms of it at summer camp. But again, we're working to make sure that there's an interfaith service at each one of the sessions. Next slide, please. As far as when I get the information, we'll make sure it gets out via email and on the website and on Facebook. As far as the National Religious Relationships Committee is going to be having an interfaith Zoom hike on October 10th. The registration opens in July. As I said, we'll get that information out. And this is they had this last year was a good event, and I know some folks from the council participate in this. And again, we'll get that information out once it becomes available. Next, please. Next slide. Also, again, like last year, there was an interfaith 5K event. Again, the registration for that opens in July and closes in August. And again, units can either run, hike, bike, plan an event. As I think I mentioned the last time, our Troop 440 is thinking of doing something on that weekend at camp to do the 3.1 mile hike or whatever. So again, when the information becomes available, we'll get that out. Next. As far as, again, we'll have the to kick off the religious emblems for the Catholic Committee. We'll do that with counselor training and scholar development at September 18th. That'll be at St. Greg's as we've had it in prior years. And again, when we'll make sure the information is on the council calendar and promote it again at the program launch and the like, so that anybody in their units, if they have somebody that wants to become a religious emblems counselor, they can be properly trained. So that's it. Again, thank you for the opportunity. This contact information is available on the website. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Jim. Okay, now back to our PowerPoint, and we move ahead to our district announcements. Any further Polaris district announcements?
Yes, Polaris does have one more announcement, at least one. I have one. We're holding our Polaris district dinner coming up on June 4th. It's going to be held at Ellicott Creek Park outdoors under a shelter. And we will be honoring our 2020 Polaris District Awards winners. And we have a registration site online on the Western New York Scouting.org calendar. You can click on the date, click on the registration, and go ahead and register. We do have a catered dinner coming in for everyone who is registered and attending, and it's being catered by BW Smokin' Barrels Barbecue. So it's going to be a great event, and we're going to do some nice honoring of some very important people.
Thank you very much. And next, how about Onondaga? Any announcements?
No, Mark, nothing from Onondaga.
And how about Red Jacket?
I don't know, is Warren on this call?
Yes, he
I guess
was.
not. He was?
Hold on, I think he's still there.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's there.
Warren. Give us some Red Jacket announcement.
The only announcement I think I have is that on Saturday, we also have the spring recruitment event at Trinity Episcopal Church. And then next Tuesday, May 18th, I think we're planning on meeting there as well as a district to just share a good time and see everyone since the pandemic.
Okay,
Thank you, Warren.
thank you. And now I have it set right. Everything should work. There are 2 breakout sessions. You may pick your own when I click open all rooms. So thank you for attending the main part of the session, and the breakout rooms are now open for your selection.
Can I ask a quick question before people split to the winds? At our committee meeting yesterday, it was mentioned that program launch might be happening on June 9th, virtually or in person. Is that?
No, we mentioned that earlier. It's June the 16th.
June the 16th. Okay.
June the 16th. More information is going to be forthcoming on that. So yes, the date is June the 16th. Okay?
And it is an in-person event. It will be socially distanced. We have a very large facility, so more to come.
Okay, thank you.
This is one of the
Mark,
days.
if I might ask a question too, what are the policies right now of GNFC in New York State on troop camping?
Oh,
They've not changed.
Chris probably went on to his breakout. If Steve, you cannot answer that for Jim, I would suggest you have to go to Chris's session.
Right, but just to outline it a little bit, they've not changed since we've gotten into this. So we're expecting more information at the end of May.
So there's no camping at any GNFC camps?
There's family camping.
Family camping. Thank you.
no camping anywhere. It doesn't matter if it's a GNFC camp or not. It's family camping everywhere. That's my understanding.
Right.
Yeah, this is one of the Daves. You announced that I was in the Adirondacks, that something about you doing leadership thing. I'm here, but I did the leadership thing 2 months ago.
Wrong Dave. He was talking Dave Bliss.
Yes.
So who's doing it tonight? It looks like the same topic I did 2 months ago.
Right? That's what they told me you were doing tonight again.
Again?
You're a popular guy?
They just said, and you've got 3 people in there already waiting for you. So they told me you were doing that tonight. I apologize if they told me the wrong thing.
Well, who told you anyway? Just so I can keep records.
I'll find that out for you.
All right, so
I don't know that it matters.
No, I'm just kind of curious, you know.
Yeah.
Do I move myself or? Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah, you can move yourself. Right now, as I say, you have 3 people in the session.
I'm not seeing the breakout selection. I don't know why.
No?
Yeah, it's at the bottom of your screen, or it should be.
Right, it's the bottom of your screen.
Should say breakout rooms.
No, it doesn't say anything.
No? Okay.
Where would you like to go?
I'd like to go to the summer camp one.
Okay. So that's Steve. You want to go to summer camp?
Yes, please. Thank you.
I can move you.
Mark, I'll go to the summer camp one if you can move me.
Okay, Andy, I can do that.
Great, thank you.
Is your phone number end in 5323?
Yes, it does.
Bye.
Dan Berger to summer camp, please.
You got it.
Thank you.
And I think that's everybody who's on the call is now on.
Could you move Greg Cook to summer camp too, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay. So we got.
Can you move me to summer camp?
I can sure do that.
Thank you.
Go. Goodbye. Okay, anybody else need to be moved? There we go. Everybody, no, one more person. Is it Pure Nima, the last person on? I cannot hear you. It doesn't look like you're muted. Can you hear me? Hi, Phil. Hello, Phil.
I'm here, Mark. I was putting my headphones on.
Oh, okay.
Could you put me in the summer camp breakout?
I sure can.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Yeah, you know, if you think, if you've been to Philmont and you go to Scout Haven, okay, you're going to be traveling in that cohort. You're going to be traveling as a crew together, your own unit. And those areas that we have, aquatics and ecology and stuff like that, that's going to be like your in Philmont, it's your backcountry staff areas, right? But you're just not backpacking to them. So think of it kind of that way as how we're going around to things.
is describing, his troop being not that long ago. And it definitely, was very different. Like if I think about the scout leadership back then, when really it was just a group of, they were probably all like 6th and 7th grade. And it's very different. And the adults, had to do a lot more than like now. And now we go all the way from 6th graders all the way up to 12th graders. And it's really neat to see that evolution in the
with myself, whatever it takes to fine tune your program. Let's say you go to Scoutcraft and 3 of your guys have camping merit badge already and 2 of them have pioneering, and it's just not making sense to go with that structure. They will be prepared to kind of fine tune. They'll sit down and say, okay, Mr. Oregon, what can we do for your unit this week? What do you guys really need? And we will work those things out together. So there's going to be the staff is going to be prepared to
Hi, Anne Marie.
Hello. They got to chatting about all kinds of other stuff, so no
Yeah.
use in hanging out.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming.
Is there anything after the breakout sessions?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow night then.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you.
have a good night.
Bye, you too.
Oops. There we go. Oh. Okay, you're waiting for me? My phone wants me. Did you know that? Yep.
Anne Marie,
I was out.
you're still
Yeah,
in the meeting, Anne Marie.
yeah. I thought I hit leave because I left the room too. All right,
Oh, I
let's try
know
that.
that, but you're still there.
Yeah, I'll try it again.
Okay, good night.
My tablet's not friendly.
Oh, no. Yes, I am. Explain yourself.
He just said that all the kids under the age of 12,
Yeah,
even the first and second graders, Cub Scouts,
yeah.
must have a negative COVID test within 2 days before going to camp. Every single one.
Oh, wow.
It's $75 a test.
Wow.
All of the kids in Cat age before,
Yeah.
they have to have a negative test before they're let them in camp.
That sucks.
They're gonna lose all.
Yep.
12 and over must be either a negative test or a vaccine card.
It's crazy. Hello, everybody. Welcome back